Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Millions on the table, that's major. Foes on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Millions on the table, that's major. I turn dirt into diamonds, that's major. Foes on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Millions on the table, that's major. I turn dirt into diamonds, that's major.
House full of it's like flavor. The cuts in my thumb come from count paper. Yeah. Paper route the game and we a label. New Glock with a laser. Yeah, I let you meet your maker. Then go out to Jamaica with my mug rosters. Yeah. I'm moving with my mug shotters. Yeah. I walk and pop my mug collar. Yeah. People in the mug party.
Foes on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Millions on the table, that's major. I turn dirt into diamonds, that's major. Foes on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major. Millions on the table, that's major. Streets raised me, streets paid me. My first in the hood up under the bed, 7 years old. Ha! Fell in love with the streets, 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 Fell in love with the streets. New AMG, foes on the feet. It's time to eat. Bon appetit. I called a freak, then fell asleep. Counting G, you know how I be. I could give a damn about it, man, you know me. Go for 3 days, then dump her next week. Had you rolling in my passenger seat. Hello?
What's up, what you been doing?
Listening to the president talking about the Chinese flu, and just like everybody else, I've been quarantining with my biscotti lemon.
Everybody, you're tuned in to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and you're vibing with 105.9 FM, Dothan, Alabama, the vibe. Hey, you're tuned in to the lunchtime hour with the old school preacher, the church secretary, and the choir president. You got the choir president today. So you guys, the old school preacher and the secretary, they're going to be calling in. So keep it tuned in and don't go nowhere. We got a lot to talk about today. We have special guests coming, so you guys stay tuned.
Things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go. And where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting our show together. We're polishing up our act. If you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're rolling up. Ain't no stopping us now. We got to do. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know. Ain't no stopping us now. We got to do. We got it. I know you know someone that has a negative vibe. And if you're trying to make it, they only push you aside. They really don't have nowhere to go. Ask them where they're going, they don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put our show together. We're gonna polish up our act well. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. No. We're moving, we're grooving. We're moving, yeah. We're grooving. Moving, go. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. I know we love you. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Love you. Ain't no stopping us now. Oh no. I'm on the move. I really got that groove. Ain't no stopping us now. I know we've got the groove. Let you on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. No need in trying, no, 'cause I ain't buying. No, don't try to stop us. No. Got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. I really got that groove. Ain't no stopping us now. No need in denying. Well, I ain't lying. Ain't no stopping us now. I know. It's been far too long. Well, ain't no stopping us. It's been far too long, y'all. Just doing me while I get along. Yeah. We're leaving the negative people way behind. Cause it ain't no. Please. Don't make me stop. See, I don't know where we're going or where we're gonna end up. I'm moving on. But see, we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying over and over. Yeah. I said it ain't no stopping us. See, it ain't no way. We won't kind of polish up, keep us down. See, our time has finally came around. So we're on the move. We really got our groove.
Hello, everyone. You're tuned in to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and you're vibing with 105.9 FM, Dalton, Alabama, the vibe. Sorry for the late start, guys, but you know how that goes. All right. You know, I always start with the weather. It's gray outside. It is it's not raining, but it looked like it's been raining. And we have from the weather station, it says that we have 0% chance of rain, 80% humidity, and the wind speed is 3 miles per hour. As of right now, it's 71 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 74 degrees today. It's going to be cloudy all day, low 62. But if you know, like I know, you'll keep sunshine in your pocket. So you won't, the rainy weather, it won't bother you. Anyways, Wednesday, the high is 78, low 64, a chance of rain. So Thursday, oh my goodness, we got a chance of rain again. It's going to be raining up until Sunday, they say. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Florence area. Thursday, high 80, low 65. Friday, high 80, low 67. And then we're going to go to South Alabama, to Dothan, Alabama. And Dothan, the temperature right now is 79 degrees, 0% chance of rain. Humidity is 54, wind speed 6 miles per hour. Today it's supposed to get up to 83 in Dothan, 63 low. Chance of rain Wednesday, high 83, low 64. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, partly cloudy. And the weather is going to be beautiful in the 80s. So you guys got something to look forward to. I mean, we do too, but it's going to rain. You know what I'm saying? This afternoon is mostly cloudy, a chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, nearly steady temperatures in the mid 70s, light and variable winds, chance of rain 50%, they say. Now that's on the Lauderdale County weather forecast. So you guys in Lauderdale County got a 50% chance of rain, but from the weather forecast in the Florence area, they said that it's a 0% chance of rain. So I don't think they know, but hey, I'm just reading you what they got. All right, guys, the topic for today is mental illness. We speak a lot on mental illness on this show because, I mean, it's real and it's out there. And all you got to do is turn on the radio, turn on the TV, you see it. Social media, you see it. I mean, you don't have to be told it's mental illness. It's just a lot going on. We said that it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay if you don't go get help. Because if you don't go get help, it gets bigger and bigger. It grows inside of you, and you just need to, I don't know if you need to vent to let it out. They got places that you can go to break stuff. And I mean, instead of going and hurting somebody, go and break something at the place at the place where it's legal to break something. I know it's a place in Huntsville where you can go and you break glass, you hit it with a bat or whatever they give you or whatever you want to use, I guess. You just break stuff. And then it's a place here, I think it's a Target place, you can throw an axe. So you guys, it's things that you can do to take that stress off without hurting somebody. I mean, like I said, we turn on the news every day and people are just killing people for, I mean, no apparent reason, because they didn't cook the pancakes right, or because they said, hi, how you doing? You cannot, that's not normal. That's bad. And if you have feelings of harming somebody, please go get some help. Because, I mean, every time, like I say, every time we turn on the TV, somebody is killing a kid or trying to have sex with a kid or just crazy stuff that's not normal. So go out and get you some help if you have mental health issues. And it's a lot of people that's running around here that has the issue, but they don't know they have the issue. You got to be truthful to these people and let them know, hey, something's not right, because people don't do that. Okay, the reason I came up with this is because every time we turn on the TV or something, you hear about people doing just weird things. And I think we need to talk about it. Like, it was the story. A man, he was walking down the street and he asked somebody, "How are you doing today?" And the man that he asked that pulled his eyeballs out of his socket. And I mean, where do you hear about this stuff at? Who does that? Okay, guys, April the 17th, 11-year-old child was kidnapped at gunpoint. And this happened, I want to say in Jasper County. Let me see. My internet is acting up. I got to get everything right. But in other news, Florence murder suspect is denied bond. He's charged with murder tied to a deadly fight outside Florence bar. 59-year-old Donald Hale was killed. The case bound for grand jury. Florence murder suspect was denied bond Monday following an Anaya law hearing. Frederick Ingram is accused of beating 59-year-old Donald Hale in the middle of the road on February the 3rd. The 47-year-old Ingram was originally charged with attempted murder, but his charges were upgraded to murder after Hale died from injuries suffering in the beating. On Monday, after hearing testimony and reviewing evidence presented, the court found probable cause to believe Ingram committed the act according to court documents obtained by WAFF. Ingram remains in the Lauderdale County Detention Center without bond. So, I mean, what do you say when you go out and you do something to somebody? I mean, we don't know the story. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But, I mean, if you walk down the street and you just get mad at somebody and you beat them up, is that mental illness, or is it, man, I don't care about nothing? And is that part of mental illness, not caring? Mental illness in adults, a lot of adults feel like they don't have to go get help. They're all right. And we've been told a lot in the Black community that we're strong people. We don't need no psychiatrist. What can a psychiatrist do for us? But to me, I think they can do a lot. Mental illness refers collectively to all diagnosable mental disorders, health conditions involving significant changes in thinking, emotion, and or behavior, distress and or problems functioning in social, work, or family activities. And it's a lot of people since COVID that has social anxiety, and they're scared of people. And it pays to be scared of people right about now, because these people are flipping out. They're just doing, you watch the shows like Snap and ID. That stuff is real. That stuff is documented, like police files and stuff. It's not nothing somebody created in their mind. So please, if you feel like you need to go get help, or if somebody told you, hey, you're not acting right, just go see. Just because a person's health does not refer to physical health, but also how mental health affects you. While someone may appear healthy from the outside, there may be lingering issues inside that affect the way of their thinking and emotions. When it comes to mental health, there are often questions and differences between mental illness and mental disorder. So there's a difference in your mental illness or a mental disorder. While these terms are often used interchangeably, there are some key differences. So when it comes to mental illness versus mental disorder, what's the difference and what's the treatments that are available? All right, guys, our call-in number is 256-365-1000 if you want to talk about a situation or just give us some insight on what you know about mental illness that could help somebody. We're just gonna do a mental illness awareness show. You got to keep your brain healthy and focused. Uh, Before jumping into any types of mental illness and disorder, it's best to start with the definition of the terms. So, mental disorder refers to disturbance of the normal physical or mental health of the mind. Mental disorders are outdated. Mental disorders, it's an outdated term that dates back to prior understandings of mental health. In earlier studies, it was believed that mental disorders only impact the mind. But today, the medical community understands that mental disorders not only affects the mind and body, but it also affects the brain, overall functioning of your whole body. Today, mental illness is used more widely to describe a person's mental well-being. A lot of people do stuff and then just blame it on mental illness, or I got a mental disorder. And it's hard to say who's crazy and who's not. Just because you got a mental illness, I don't think, as they say, I don't think if you have a mental disorder, I don't think it's really crazy. It's a problem. It's a disorder. You just got changes to your normal health. Mental illness refers to a range of health conditions that affect your mood, your thinking, and behavior. It's estimated that about 1 in 4 adults experience a diagnosed mental illness each year. That's a lot of people. 1 in every 4. Not only will mental illness affect the way you think and feel, but it can change how you interact with others. Many people experience mental health concerns from time to time, but individuals should seek help. As I always say, go get help. It's okay not to be okay, but go get help. When ongoing signs and symptoms begin to cause frequent stress and affect their ability to function, you should know when you're stressed out. Take a break. If you're working all the time, take a mental health day and go to a spa or something. Get a massage. Get all that metabolism, all them knots in your shoulders. Get them worked out. It's many types of mental illness, guys, and we talk about this all the time. Y'all probably get tired of hearing about it, but it needs to be talked about because it's something people don't talk about. They feel like, hey, I'm not gonna say nothing. And sometimes it might be best not to say nothing. Wait until they calm down or whatever. Don't wake no sleeping giant. Anxiety. Among most common mental illnesses, anxiety can impact your ability to sleep, concentrate, and complete simple tasks. Common symptoms of anxiety include feeling worried, you're tense all the time, you're nervous, and you have anxiety attacks. If you do not have anxiety, please don't look down on people that has anxiety, because anxiety is so real in the world. I never had anxiety before until after COVID. I started experiencing anxiety. I'm not ashamed to say I have anxiety. It's a lot of people that has anxiety, and now they're saying that anxiety is a demon. Everything is a demon. And you just got to work towards it, work towards getting better, but it's just the thing that happens. When I get up to perform, I get nervous. Sometimes I sweat, sometimes I shake, it's just, and people are like, oh, you'll get over it. If you've never been in the situation, don't give people advice if you ain't never been through it. That's just how I feel. And the mood disorders are a type of mental illness that affects the individual's emotional state. Common examples of mental illness in this category includes depression, bipolar disorder, and seasonal affective disorder. As far as the bipolar disorder, a lot of people use that word so loosely now, and we all know everybody is sensitive these days. So you can't say certain things or they get offended. And I mean, I understand, but like I say, mental illness is real. Back in the day, you could say anything. If you go back and look at some of these comedy shows, they use words that you really cannot use these days because of the sensitivity of people. And I mean, I guess you just gotta watch what you say around certain people. But I know usually most people be like, oh, I'm bipolar. But they're really not. They just say it. And I guess the people that has bipolar is like, hey, why are you playing with that? Because that's nothing to play with. And I can understand that. But I mean, you just can't play with people these days because you can go up to somebody and be like, hey, like I just said, hey, how you doing? And they attack you because you're asking how. I guess they want to show you how they're doing. Having a bad day. Not today. Personality disorders. It's a long-term pattern of thinking and behaving that makes it difficult to function. These individuals may experience symptoms such as unpredictable thinking and behavior or experience extreme emotions. And basically, that's what a lot of people are doing in these stories that we read to you guys on an everyday basis. I mean, you have people pouring hot water down babies' throats and stuff like that. Who does that? And why? And if that baby is that much of a stress causing mechanism for you, then, you know, they have the baby boxes. No baby deserves to be treated like that. I'm sorry. And then the babies that's molested, why in the world would you even look at a baby and think of crazy stuff like that? It just don't make sense to me. All these people in the world that's willing to lay down with you and do whatever you want them to do, but you want to choose a baby who cannot defend themselves or tell you no. I don't understand it. Psychotic disorders are a type of mental illness in which a person loses touch with reality. The most common type of psychotic disorder is schizophrenia, in which a person will experience changes in behavior, including experiencing delusion and hallucinations. And in their mind, this stuff is real. It's so real. If you ever hallucinated, you know, some medications make you hallucinate. Some smells can make you hallucinate. Some people are allergic to things and they start hallucinating and stuff like that. I had a encounter, and I like talking about stuff like this because, I mean, you bring awareness to people that don't know or never been in that situation. You bring awareness to this stuff because a lot of people be like, oh, they just crazy. And they have a condition. People do crazy things, but then there's people who have conditions. So the people that go out there and do crazy things, they'll think about what they did and be like, oh, I was just crazy. No. You did that when you were like the premeditated murders. You can't call that crazy because that's smart. You just thought about it. But it ain't smart to do it because you're going to get caught. What's done in the dark will come to light. But and one of my surgeries, I done had plenty of surgeries, but in one of my surgeries, they gave me some kind of medication. And when they gave it to me, I hallucinated bad. And I'm telling you, I thought it was so real. And I'll tell you what happened. I was in the hospital. I had my surgery. They gave me the medication. And when they gave me the medication, I guess a couple hours later, probably a couple of minutes later, I fell asleep. And I had a dream, a really crazy dream. I say it was a dream, but I was probably woke. I don't know. I was heavily sedated. But I thought I had fell out the bed. I thought the nurse had pushed me out of that bed. And and I looked over and I saw my daughter. I can laugh about it now because it's funny now. But I looked over to my daughter and I was like, we finna get paid. And she was like, how are we getting paid? I was like, that nurse just pushed me out. And she was like, Mom, I've been here ever since you came out of surgery. Didn't no nurse push you out of the bed. So yeah, I hallucinated, and I told them, "Don't give me that medicine no more." Substance abuse disorder, addiction. See, you don't think that's a disorder. A lot of people feel like an alcoholic. Oh, you choose to be an alcoholic. That was your decision to be an alcoholic. How do you know something in that person's mind wasn't making them have to go out and get a drink? Some people handle stress in different ways. We had a conversation about that on one of our previous shows about what do you do to relieve your stress. Some people choose drugs and alcohol. And I mean, whew, you get addicted to it, you're going to be messed up. Drug and alcohol abuse can have a direct impact on mental health. Using substances can trigger changes in the brain structure and function. I mean, you know, if you ever have drank alcohol before in your life, where's Pastor P? If you have ever had alcohol, you know it changes your thoughts. It changes a lot of things in your body. Sometimes you can't function, you can't walk, can't talk right, you stutter, you drive. You better not get behind the wheel, because that's just stupidity right there. Do not get behind the wheel when you drink. A lot of people be like, "Oh, I know my limit." You think you know your limit because that alcohol got you thinking that you can drive better when you're drunk. No, you can't. You better leave it alone. The drugs, if you ever done drugs and stuff, I mean, you know, don't do drugs. That's all I can tell you. Don't do it. So, I mean, it's just so many things that you could get addicted to. A lot of people back in the past thought you couldn't get addicted to marijuana, cannabis. I'm sorry. And I mean, some people can get addicted to it. So I've seen people addicted to cannabis before, but they're like, "Oh, that's a natural thing." It's natural. It was okay when it was natural. I feel like it was okay when it was natural because it came from the earth. Yes, I agree with legalizing cannabis, but it's illegal in Alabama, so don't do it. But what I was saying about cannabis is they're putting other stuff in it now. You don't need to take it because it's cases of people smoking it, having to go to the ER, and especially those edibles. You hear so many stories about the edibles. People, and they have to call the ambulance to come get them because that's another subject. We'll talk about that later. But that's addiction. It could be addiction, drugs and alcohol. Eating disorders. And you see the reality shows of My 600-Pound Life or 1,000-Pound Sister and stuff like that. And you be like, "Man, that's not a disorder." And then people they just greedy and stuff like that. But they might have a stress. They may be stress eaters. Might be stressful things might be going on. Like the little kids these days. Oh my God, it's horrible, and it's an addiction. It's a disorder. Eating. I have an eating disorder. I like food. I got seafood. Every food I see, I want to eat. Some of it, not all of it. But eating can be a disorder. And people see you, "Oh, you done got fat." You know what? That hurts some people's feelings. It used to hurt mine, but I don't care now. But when I was younger and I had an eating disorder, I would lose weight and then I would gain weight right back. My heaviest, I think I was 280. And I looked at my picture. We was at my sister's house and I was looking at my pictures and I saw a picture of me and I was like, "Who is that?" Because I had no mirrors, no body mirrors in my house because I guess I didn't want to see my body. And like when I'm looking down, you can't see all that other stuff you got on you. And a lot of people are like, "How do you not know you're that big?" You don't know. You don't know until it's too late. And you just be like I said, I saw the picture. They had took a body picture of me because I used to always take selfies and they would take selfies and stuff like that. But it was a complete body picture of me. And I was like, oh my goodness, who is that? They was like, that's you. And I was like, man, I guess I had some kind of depression. I don't know what it was, but I didn't recognize myself. And when I did, that's when I took steps to start losing weight. I started losing weight. I started walking every day. I drank nothing but water. I didn't drink anything. I had a couple of cocktails every now and then, but that was it. But I walked every single day. I went to Diver Park. I picked a place where the scenery was beautiful, where I didn't mind being there, and it took my mind away from being tired or what have you. I can't do gyms. Gyms just, that's not my thing. But I took the steps. I was running up and down hills and stuff like that. I used nature. That's what I use because I like scenery. I'm an earth person. I love the green colors. I love the smell of the grass and stuff like that. You might think I'm crazy. I'm from the country and I like stuff like that. So I got all off subject. I was talking about eating disorders. Eating disorders are complex and often developed because people are attempting to cope with overwhelming and painful emotions by controlling their food intake. These conditions can cause serious emotional and physical problems without treatment. The most common types of eating disorder includes bulimia and binge eating disorder. To accurately diagnose an eating disorder, a mental health professional will conduct a psychological evaluation to discuss eating habits, behavior, and history of diets. People can tell you what to do all day long. They can sit up and give you tips on what to do and stuff like that. You got to find out what's best for you because what worked for somebody else is not going to work for you. Hey, TikTok, I see you. Send me some love. Send me some hearts. I like gifts too. But y'all think I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. But the eating disorder part, you have stress eaters. You have people that's so stressed out that they go and they just get the first thing they see, they just gobble it up. And one of my things when I started losing weight was when I watched The Biggest Loser. And they was telling what they eat on a daily basis and stuff like that. So one of the people, they were like, hey, I go to Burger King and I eat blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh my God, that's what I get every time I go to Burger King. I was eating like, I'm going to be real with y'all. I was eating like 3 candy bars a day. I was drinking maybe 4 Mountain Dews a day. If I went without Mountain Dew, I would go crazy. I was like a dope fiend because I needed that caffeine. I needed that Mountain Dew. I don't know what they put in that stuff, but it's very addictive. And I hadn't touched the Mountain Dew, and if I touched it, I was giving it to somebody else that wanted, but I always warn them, hey, this stuff ain't good for you. They always say the Mountain Dews wasn't good for the men for obvious reasons, but I guess you could tell who drink them and who can't. But anyways, I'm sorry. Anyways, the Mountain Dews had me addicted. I was addicted to caffeine. I was addicted to sweets and bread. Oh my goodness. Bread is my weakness. Sweets are my weakness. And I'm a baker. So, that was a problem. That was a big problem. When you make the banana bread, when you make all that kind of stuff, you got to taste it to make sure it's right for your customers. But when you get to a point where you know everything you put in it, you don't have to taste it because you know it's good. So you got to come to a point where you realize you have a problem. Because if you don't acknowledge that you have a problem, you can't solve that problem because you feel like you don't have a problem. So the first step is admitting it to yourself and to other people. And people have trauma-related disorders. And people who experience a highly stressful event may develop mental health illness related to the experience. There are many types of trauma-related disorders, including post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which a lot of people have that. A lot of people think you have to be in the army to have PTSD. No, honey, you do not have to be in the army to have PTSD. And I had to look that up one day, and they said you could spread that to your kids if you're pregnant, and it could go in with your baby, the PTSD, and babies can be born with it. And that's just secondhand trauma and acute stress disorder. So you guys, it's a lot of different kind of mental health disorders, but I mean, everybody out here doing these crazy things, do you just diagnose them with one kind of disorder that they have? I don't know. But I'm gonna have to take a little break right now. I want to give a shout out right now to Vonetta. Vonetta is hooking my son up, y'all. If y'all want y'all locks done, go to the Twist Game. Just go to the social media and like Facebook or something. Look up Twist Game or look at Vonetta and you'll find Twist Game. She's twisting my baby up. So shout out to her. Thank you, girl. All right, guys. I am finna take a little break right now. And you're tuned in to the baddest radio station on this side of the equator. Keep it locked into 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and keep vibing with 105.9 FM, Dalton, Alabama, the vibe. This is the lunchtime hour with the old school preacher, the church secretary, and the choir president. You have the choir president today, the church secretary, and the old school preacher. They'll be calling in, son, and we have special guests coming in at 1 o'clock. So you guys stay tuned, keep it locked in, and don't go nowhere.
Looking back over my years, I guess I shedded some tears. I told myself time and time again, this time I'm gonna win. But another fight, things ain't right, I'm losing again. Takes a fool to lose twice, start all over again. Think I better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Oh, think I better let it go. What you think about it, girl? Oh, yeah. Try to take control of the love to control me. Cause to lose all thought, sense of time, and have a change of mind. Taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things of a two-time loser. Trying to hold on, but faith is gone. It's just another sad song. I think I better let it go. What you say about it? Looks like another love TKO. Oh, yes, I think I better let it go. Let it go, baby. Oh, baby. Looks like another love TKO. Try to take control of the love to control. cause you to lose all thought and sense of time and have a change of mind. Taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things of a two-time loser. See, I try to hold on, my faith is gone. It's just another sad song. But I think I better let it go. Let it go, cause it's like another TKO. I think I better let it go. If I know what's good for me, looks like another love TKO. I couldn't stand this pain much longer. I think I better let it go. Let it go. Oh, baby. Looks like another love TKO. Baby. Oh, sometimes I just feel like I wanna say, Cause it looks like another love TKO. I'm tired of getting beat up by love. I better let it go. Before it's too late. Ooh, baby. Well. I'm so sorry, baby. I got my woman upset. I didn't mean it. No, I got my woman upset. Lord knows I didn't mean it. Well, I went out of my relationship looking for answers. I thought my woman was cheating on me, but she was only helping me. I asked my friends what you think she is doing, and they didn't wanna talk about it. She had 2 jobs, didn't tell me about it, and now I feel like a fool having got it. Well, I said some things that I never should have said. She couldn't believe what was coming from me, and now I'm telling her I'm so sorry. I wanna upset her. I didn't mean it. Well, I got my woman upset. Lord knows I didn't mean it. Now when she told me just what she was doing, I was so mad at myself. See, she's a real fine, sexy lady, and I don't blame men for looking. When she walked out the door, I go crazy, cause I don't wanna see her go. Now she's all the woman I need, and I'll just die if I don't see her no more. Somebody help me now. I was a fool to get mad at her. I should have known she was doing what's right. And now today I'm so sorry, baby. I got my woman upset. Ooh-wee. I don't believe. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. Now, baby, I just wanna take your freaking clothes off. Kiss your body while I take your freaking clothes off. Leave them heels on while I take your clothes off. Leave them lights on, let me see you go on. Ooh, baby, that's my body calling your name. Ooh, and baby, that's your body doing the same. So act right, don't show me, back it up, now put it on me. Act right, don't show me, back it up, now put it on me. Now what you wanna do? You wanna get high, you wanna get fired up. What you wanna do? You wanna get sex? You wanna get tied up? Get your rodeo wide up. Baby, go lift them thighs up. I think you better wise up, cause I'm about to rise up. What you wanna do? You wanna get high? You wanna get fired up? What you wanna do? You wanna get sex? You wanna get tied up? Get your rodeo wide up. Baby, go lift them thighs up. I think you better wise up, cause I'm about to rise up. Now, baby, holla at me, tell me what you're missing. I can put in work in every position from the kitchen table. Baby, that's my body calling your name. And baby, that's your body doing the same. So act right, don't show me, back it up, put it on me. Act right, don't show me, back it up, put it on me. Now what you wanna do? You wanna get high, you wanna get fired up. What you wanna do? You wanna get sex, you wanna get tied up. Get your rodeo wide up, baby, go lift them thighs up. I think you better rise up, cause I'm about to rise up. What you wanna do? You wanna get high, you wanna get fired up. What you wanna do? You wanna get sex, you wanna get tied up. Get your rodeo wide up, baby, go lift them thighs up. I think you better rise up, cause I'm about to rise up. Your body show no singing, baby. Show me how you do it, girl. Some champagne. We gon' pop some champagne to some music. So baby, make me get up on top. Wrap your legs around my shoulder. It's gonna be just like I told you. Baby, I'ma work you over. What you wanna do? You wanna get high, you wanna get fired. What you wanna do? What you wanna do? You wanna get sex, you wanna get tired. I can make it do. If you need it, baby, I think you better rise up, cause I'm about to rise up. Put this thing on you. You wanna get high, you wanna get tired. I'm gonna make it sing for you. You wanna get sex, you wanna get tired. Come on, baby, get your rodeo wide up. Baby, go lift them thighs up. I think you better rise up, cause I'm about to rise up. Do what it do tonight. I'm gonna make it do what it do tonight. I'm gonna make it do what it do tonight. Come on, baby, come on, lady. Yeah. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. Do what it do. Whoa.
Hello, everyone. You're tuned in to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and you're vibing with 105.9 FM, Dothan, Alabama, the vibe. All right, guys, this is the lunchtime hour with the old school preacher, the church secretary, and the choir president. You got the choir president today. And I have two guests with me today. We have Joe Duster and Billy Ray Simpson. So let them introduce themselves to you guys.
My name is Joe Duster. I'm a committee member for the Borough High School Athletic Hall of Fame Committee.
Okay.
My name is Billy the Ray Simpson, coming at you.
All right. And as I said, they're members of the Burroughs Slater Athletic Hall of Fame Committee. So tell the people what you guys are on here to give them information about.
Well, we're going to have the 11th annual Athletic Hall of Fame at the Coach Harvey's Mitchell Gymnasium, Friday, May the 9th, 2025.
And this is a banquet?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We're inducting some of the outstanding athletes and cheerleaders.
Okay, so y'all are inducting the outstanding athletes and the cheerleaders.
Yes, and the people that have contributed to the Hall of Fame Committee.
Okay.
First, I'd like to introduce the people that's going to be inducted.
Okay.
Willie Asher, better known as Bundy, class of 1964-65. He was an outstanding running back who punished his opponents with his size and lightning speed.
Okay.
Anita Smith Cobb, she was the backbone of the Burroughs Slater alumni Mrs. Cobb is known for her phenomenal organizational skills, contributing to the Burroughs Slater Athletic Hall of Fame committee as well. Isaac Decatur, Ike, better known as Ike, was a fearless forward who had great leaping ability. Ike was a great scorer, rebounder for the Burroughs Tigers and Henry Bradshaw High School. Mr. Charles Grant, who was a pillar in the community. Mr. Grant was one of the best all-around baseball and football coaches in Northwest Alabama. He was a great mentor and was very instrumental in many successful football and baseball players in the Shoals area. Billy Ray O.J. Simpson, he was the workhorse for the Burroughs Slater Tigers in the late 60s. Billy Ray had a running style and great moves on the field similar to O.J. Simpson.
All right, that's you, right?
Yes, ma'am. I almost didn't know who he was talking about. It's been so long.
Yeah, and the Burroughs Slater cheerleaders class of 1965 and 66 were very instrumental in the undefeated basketball team. It has been said that you could hear the cheerleaders before you reached the gym. During that season, the Tigers lost only one football game, directed by Betty Richardson. And the cheerleaders' names are Lena Stewart Asher, Bertie Noel Bean, Linda Fuqua Carroll, Betty C. Roy McDaniel, Susie Jackson Reeder, Cecil Smith, Valentine Vaughn Thompson, and Arlene Robinson Treywick.
Okay. So how long has the Hall of Fame been in existence?
It started in 2014.
In 2014?
Mm-hmm.
And those people you called out, were they the committee then? Were they on the committee?
Also have those committee names too.
Okay.
Okay. Our committee president is Dave Smith.
Okay.
Stanley Skipworth is one of our committee members. Joe Duster, and also Billy Ray Simpson, and Lula Mae Watkins. So we have those committee members now that's present, and we've been trying to get this banquet and induction service ready ever since last year. So we're just going to know it's going to be abundance of joy, and it's going to be a great opportunity for people to come out and visit and fellowship with people that went to Burroughs Slater. Of course, it's open to everyone to come, but our Burroughs Slater students really enjoy it.
Okay, so who select the inductees each year?
Well, our committee.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, this is my second award because I was awarded a plaque with my team in '68. That was the last team that graduated at Florence at Burroughs Slater. And that was a team effort. But people thought maybe I should be awarded for just my effort.
An individual.
Making the team great.
Okay. You was like an MVP.
Well, I hope so. They thought so anyway.
Okay. So is it a criteria that they have to meet to be inducted?
Have to meet, they have to be there in order to receive their award or trophy.
Okay.
And but they don't have to visit with the committee.
All right. So do you guys plan to give all the athletes to be inducted, or just the ones that stood out? Like the games now, they have the MVPs and stuff like that. Are you just doing the MVPs, or are y'all going to recognize all the athletes at, different times?
Well, what usually occurs is that we would vote on a person to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And the team that surrounded that person, we usually give all of the team members a plaque as well.
Okay. So are the cheerleaders performing or just being recognized?
They're just going to be recognized.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, everybody needs to be recognized for something that they did. And, back in the day, I hear a lot of people saying that they didn't get the recognition that they should have.
That's true.
Okay.
So we're really in changing times. We want to recognize our women just as much as the men that made our team successful.
Of
And
course.
I wouldn't have wanted to miss those majorettes and those cheerleaders and those bands that we all dealt in a spirit of excellence when we went to Burroughs Lady High School. We really miss it, but we're going to be able to join with some of the people that we went to school with. It's a great opportunity for anybody that wants to get into this fellowship to really enjoy themselves. And we're just proud that God has blessed us to continue this event.
Okay, then. So, is there anything else you guys need to tell the people?
No,
Well, it's going to be on the 9th, and the tickets are $35.
Okay.
And you can get a ticket for either one of the members or the committee members. You can purchase a ticket. We won't sell them at the door, so you would have to get them before the 9th of May. And so you can call or get in touch with committee members, and you can get as many tickets as you want.
Okay, so anybody can get a ticket.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you guys, and it's the Burl Slater Athletic Hall of Fame inductee.
Yeah,
Conduction banquet.
and it's,
Okay,
and it's going
banquet.
to be a dinner too. Now, it's
All
gonna
right,
be
everybody
a
like
great
food.
dinner there. We wouldn't have you to come out and get hungry. We're gonna have servers. We have people serving you. You
Oh,
don't even have to
wow.
go through the line. People are gonna come and serve you. And our doors are going to. I believe it's going to open at 5:30, but the event don't start till 6:30.
Okay.
So I give you time to mingle before the event happen if you want to come early.
It sounds nice. Sound like y'all gonna have a nice event going on. And Mr. Simpson, are you gonna be a candidate for a city official?
Well, I'm thinking about it. It's not official until June, but I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. They have an open mic
Mm.
at the Handy Home. Will you be participating in that?
Well, I hope so. I hope so. If the door's open to me, I'm coming on in.
Okay, then. And which seat are you trying to be a city council, mayor? What are you?
Mayor, I want to be in charge of the money.
You want to be in charge of the money?
Yes,
Okay, then. That's
Everybody, somebody help me, help me, help me.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
So we're just whenever you decide what you want to do, if you want to come back on and let the people know what you're trying to do, we will accept you to come on in here, welcome you to come on in here and let the people know what you
Well,
expect.
I
and
would
what
be
you're trying
highly
to do.
honored to come back and just share some things that I have been doing. A lot of people always promising what they're going to do, but what have they done lately?
Right.
So I already got a plan and agenda that I've been working for 20 years.
Okay, then. Well, tell us one thing that you plan on doing.
Well, it's simple. Some people make everything complicated. That's all they want to do is spend money, and so they think they're going to get some type of accolades for just spending money. But I'm not going to waste money spending money on things that the city really needs, and we're going to go after that. When you have kids, you have 6 kids in your house.
Mhm.
The best way to keep peace in your house is give each one of them a same amount,
Equally, yes.
and then you look at what one needs in the 6th district versus what you need in the 1st district. Now you have to start out with that simple knowledge where you don't have people fighting against each other, but people united, and you have peace in your city. And this is what we want most of anything. We're building, but not people. And we need to get back to building people in our community.
All right. I like that. I like that. All right, guys. You heard it from Joe Duster and Mr. Joe Duster and Mr. Billy Ray Simpson. Y'all come on out to the Burrow Slater Hall of Fame Athletic
May the 9th.
Athletic Committee
Induction
banquet.
Yes.
And they are going to induct people into the Hall of Fame. So you guys come on out. It's at Burrow Slater. Well, AKA, what's the new name for the place?
Harvest Mitchell
Harvest Mitchell
Jr.
Gym.
Gym. There you go.
All right.
That's our great coach.
Okay. All right, guys. Y'all stay tuned to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and keep vibing with 105.9 FM, Dothan, Alabama, the vibe. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back and we'll continue the conversation on mental health.
Ooh, yeah. Do you mind if I tell the truth for a second, y'all? Tell the truth. Yeah. No. Maybe I deserve to wonder who's calling so damn late. For you to say I'm tripping, just a homie from upstate. Said it's just a homie. Don't he know it's 1 o'clock in the morning? You say it's cool, baby, it's cool. Maybe I deserve for you to say he's coming into town later on this evening. He was just wondering if you and him could hang out. I don't like it, but I know I gotta trust you. It ain't cool, cause I know it's true. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for you to put on that sexy dress. For me to ask you who the hell you tryna impress. For you to laugh it off like it ain't nothing. I know it's something, maybe I to sit at home and wonder where you are. Is he kissing you, touching you, holding you? What? To take a drink to help ease my mind. I wanna be mad after all those times. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for me to ask you where you've been, how you've been. For you to say I better stop tripping. Oh, I'm so tripping.
Your love is wonderful, yeah. And I don't wanna lose you. So baby, soon as I get home, I'll make it up to you. and lonely days are all that fill my head all the time. Oh, baby, but all I do is think about the way you make me feel. 'Cause baby, this love is so real. Soon as I get home, when I get home, baby, I'll do what I gotta do. Soon as I get home, I'm gonna make it up to you. Baby, I'll do what I gotta do. If I try to spend some time with you to make you happy, would you feel better? And if I could, with you I would be forever.
Hello, everybody. You're tuned in to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and you're vibing with 105.9 FM, Dothan, Alabama, the vibe. We had Joe Duster and Billy Ray Simpson on talking about the members that they're going to induct into the Burl Slater Athletic Hall of Fame. So you guys check them out. They said call Dave Smith and any other committees members to get tickets. They got tickets on sale. They're gonna be feeding people and everything, and they say you can buy as many tickets as you want. Our topic today is mental illness. Is it mental illness or people just don't care anymore? And I told y'all about a man that allegedly ripped out a victim's eye socket for asking him how he's doing. And I mean, why would you, if that ain't mental illness, what is it? And like I said, people are saying that anxiety and all these other disorders are demons. A man was left with a broken jaw and an eye removed from his socket after being allegedly attacked by a stranger for just saying, "How are you doing?" According to court documents obtained by local outlet, the victim was walking by a smoke shop when he said the greetings to a man standing outside of the building. The stranger, identified as 39-year-old Daniel Lanks, became angry at the victim and told him he was going to whoop his butt. Per the outlet, the victim kept walking, but Lanks allegedly ran up behind him, stabbed his finger into the victim's right eye socket, and pulled the eyeball out entirely. The victim fell to the ground, and Lanks continued to punch him in the face, eventually breaking his jaw. The victim walked home with his eye hanging down his face, and his girlfriend quickly called 911. When Lanks was apprehended, he reportedly told the police to shut up, and he did not understand his rights. He was arrested and charged with felony aggravated assault. The victim stated his loss of use in his right eye and fractured jaw will forever impact his quality of life and ensure if he will be able to work again and perform any basic functions. The charging doctor, and that's what the radio station said, allegedly. And they say allegedly it happened, but like I tell y'all all the time, it's fake news out here. You don't know what to believe. You don't know if people are just putting the AI stuff on there or whatever. So allegedly this happened. But in case it did happen, this is a sign of mental illness. Somebody asks you, "How are you doing?" I mean, like I said, I guess the guy said, "Hey, I'm going to show you how I'm doing." But no, you don't do that. Just say, "Hey, I'm having a bad day." And if you would have said that, if the guy asked you how you doing, If you would have said, "Hey, I'm having a bad day," he probably would have talked to you, let you vent out a little bit instead of harming and putting your hands on him. You don't have to put your hands on nobody. It just, you see what happened. That man, he'll probably be in prison the rest of his life for doing something stupid from somebody being nice to you. All right, guys, we were on the subject of mental illness, and it's so real. We read stories every day, and we let you know that it's out there and it's real. It's okay to be, it's okay not to be okay, but go get help. And that happened in Phoenix, Arizona, that story. So a man gets killed by school children after attempting to rob them. An alleged robber attempted to steal two school children's cell phones back in March 31st. Having a handgun and a knife in his possession, he was, however, disarmed by the boy and the girl he attempted to rob. Allegedly, the 40-year-old man was fatally stabbed, later succumbing to his injuries. As a report, the incident took place March the 31st around 9 a.m. in San Diego, in the city of San Diego. The 40-year-old man approached the boy and girl, two school children, and attempted to rob their phones. Reportedly, he carried a gun and knife and was riding a bicycle. However, instead of complying, the school children engaged in physical struggle with the man. One of the children took away the man's knife and stabbed him multiple times in the back. The man, having suffered serious injuries, managed to flee from the scene. The man wouldn't last very long after getting stabbed. 4 to 5 blocks later, based on his blood trail, the man collapsed to the ground. The police officers arrived and found the man dead, having suffered stab wounds. So, according to the investigation, the struggle began between the two young victims and the man on the bicycle. One of the individuals, which is also a matter of investigation, allegedly took the knife and stabbed the man. So, I mean, are they going to get charged with murder because somebody tried to rob them, or is that self-defense? I don't know. But they say at the same time, two individuals, reportedly the two school children, arrived to the police station and reported they were victims of a robbery or attempted robbery. So they said that it's under investigation and they'll have more information on the story. And it revealed that the deceased 40-year-old man had a criminal record. So I don't think they're going to get charged with that. I mean, but the man on the bicycle, it was either drug related. He had a addiction to drugs or something, because that's crazy. You're attacking two people, two school children, with a knife and a gun, and you're the one who end up getting stabbed. So I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of stories out here. I'm not laughing at the fact that the man died, but it's just the fact that he tried to rob somebody with a knife and a gun, and he was the one ended up unalived. It's just, that math ain't mathing. Okay. Another mental illness story. A pastor wife sparks backlash after saying she was graced by God to help husband meet his side chick. Now, if that ain't mental illness, I don't know what is, because ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we're married. If we're married and we done made these vows and you finna go see a side chick, no. And her definition of being graced by God is, I guess, after he met the side chick, he might have been nicer to her or something, because she said he was saying things like, I hate you, and just ridiculous things. Her name is Kelly Steele, and she's the wife of prominent Phoenix-based pastor Reginald Steele. She's facing intense criticism online after sharing that she once felt graced by God. We have a caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, the story that you was just reading about, did you say the pastor's wife?
Yes.
And how are you at the conclusion that that's mental illness? Could that not just be a good steward
No.
acknowledging the call of God on her life?
For a wife to say she was okay with getting her husband ready to meet another woman, no. By far is that normal. By far, that's mental illness.
But what a wonderful world it would be. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
kidding.
to
Hope you're having
some,
a blessed
yes.
day. You're having a great show.
Well, thank you,
I
caller.
was just kidding. Just a little levity. Have a blessed day.
You do the same. Thank you for calling. All right, guys, we had a caller. And I think the caller was just trying to make a joke because ain't no way that it's normal for a wife to say she was graced by God because she helped her husband meet his side chick. And the story goes, as I say, her name was Kelly Steele. Her husband was Reginald Steele. And people are criticizing her for saying that she was graced by God to iron her husband's clothes as he prepared to meet another woman. She knew this, so she got him ready for it. And that was her confession. So she told her truth, and she got ridiculed about it because, I mean, a lot of people is like, hey, no, why would you say that? It ignited a fierce debate over faith, marriage, and self-worth. In a non-viral video clip, the popular Dear Future Wife podcaster, she does a podcast, she describes enduring emotional pain during a rocky season in her marriage. So she was emotionally disturbed because despite her husband allegedly not coming home on the weekends and telling her things like, I hate you and I wish I never married you, Steele says she relied on her Christian faith to maintain her composure and continue serving him. So I know that people say in the Bible that it says you're not supposed to divorce your husband unless I guess he's beating you or something like that. I mean, saying those words hurt harder than a fist. So is that not grounds of divorce? You guys call in and let me know. That'll be the question of the day. What are grounds for the divorce in the Bible? I mean, I don't know. What are grounds for divorce? I mean, a lot of people that's of the flesh, they've been getting divorced all the time. Some people get married and get divorced the next day. So is that a sin to get is divorce a sin? Call in and let me know. All right, guys. But as she said that her husband, he would go out, not come home for the weekends, say, I hate you. I wish I never married you. That could stab you like a knife. I mean, the person you love telling you some crazy stuff like that. So yeah, she was disturbed. Thousands of users across platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, they slammed her. And said that it was dangerous glorification of suffering under the disguise of spirituality. Many critics accused Steele of spiritualizing emotional abuse. So she was receiving emotional abuse from her husband, which is a pastor, and she felt like it was okay for him to go out and meet his side chick. I I don't know. That's like gaslighting and all that other stuff. So, yeah, she was mentally disturbed because ain't no way. They call it spiritual psychosis. Others say that this kind of messaging perpetuates harmful ideas about women tolerating infidelity in the name of faith. So basically, she's a role model for some people, and she's out here telling them that it's okay to iron your husband's clothes when he go meet his side piece. Uh, yeah, committing adultery. I don't know. I don't know. How can you justify that? I mean, there's no way you could justify your husband going out meeting another woman. I mean, that's just not right, you know? So I guess if she did something to him, she'll be the one going to jail because, she felt like it was okay and she admitted that it was okay. She ironed his shirt so he could go. What in the All right, y'all. The subject of the day is mental illness, basically. Point blank, period. Mental illness. In celebrity news, Shannon Sharpe, NFL Hall of Famer, is accused of rape in a $50 million civil lawsuit. Well, everybody know who Shannon Sharpe is. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know. If you don't know, I guess you've been up under a rock or something, because he was the podcaster that interviewed Cat Williams that got millions and millions and millions of views. So Shannon Sharpe, he have different people coming on to his platform talking about different things. Cat Williams, he said this is the year of transparency. I want to say that was last year. He said this is the year of transparency, the year of truth, and all that. So he told a lot of stories about his co-comedy people like Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey. I mean, he was just naming them off and telling stuff that people didn't know about them. And a lot of people say he was lying and he was spreading lies on them and stuff like that. But I mean, he was pretty adamant about what he was saying. It says a young woman who says she was raped and threatened by retired NFL player Shannon Sharpe during a rocky consensual relationship has filed a civil lawsuit against him seeking $50 million in damages. Attorneys filed the lawsuit Sunday in Clark County, Nevada, for a woman listed in court documents as Jane Doe. The lawsuit also accuses Sharpe of using physical force on her and inflicting emotional distress. So a lot of these women are coming out saying these celebrities are raping them and all this kind of stuff. As soon as they get a little money, they gonna get them. So y'all better watch out. I don't know if it's true or not. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. It's three sides to every story. His side, her side, and the truth. So I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he didn't do it. But the lawsuit lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and abuse, according to allegations that Shannon Sharpe repeatedly threatened to choke and slap Jane Doe. Attorney Tony Busby says in the statement to CBS News, the woman first met Sharpe in a gym in Los Angeles in 2023 when she was 20, and nearly 2 years in a nearly 2-year relationship followed, according to the court documents. Sharpe, 56, is accused of raping the woman in October 2024 and again in January, court documents says. So Shannon Sharpe had Young Miami on his show one week, and he was talking about, the age of women that he messed with. So he said 30 something, and they say this woman's 20. So somebody's lying. I don't know who, but somebody's lying. The woman first met Sharpe at the gym, and Sharpe I'm sorry, I already read that. Sharp on Monday posted a statement from his lawyer on X saying the relationship was consensual and calling the lawsuit a bland and signal attempt to shake down Sharp for millions of dollars. And it could be that, and it could be the truth. You know, you never know. We wasn't there. It's filled with lies, distortion, and misrepresentation, and it will not succeed. You know, Shannon put out that little video of him being intimate with a woman on his, he shared it with I don't know where he shared it, but he shared it and everybody heard it and everybody was talking about it and stuff. And he said it was a mistake. But these people do stuff for clout. They do stuff for people to like, shares, and view all the views and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's real or not, but they said that Mr. Shannon Sharp did it himself. They said that he intentionally put it out there for people to hear him be intimate with this woman. And he got a lot of backlash from that. So, I mean, I don't know. These people, you never know. You better make them sign a document before you get in the bed with these people because these women ain't playing. They getting their money regardless of if you go to jail or not. They just want the money. So you better make them sign a document. And if you paying them, it's illegal. But anyways, Sharp is accused of being increasingly verbally abusive, controlling, and violent over time, once threatening to kill her and recording their sexual encounters without consent, according to the complaint. Sharp flew into fits over anger when the plaintiff noted his infidelity to their relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities. The lawsuit says Sharp even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. So she said he's a stalker now. Sharp was allegedly a 4-time All-Pro tight end who played on 2 Super Bowl championships with Denver and another one with Baltimore over 14 seasons from 1990 to 2003. He was voted into the Hall of Fame in 2011. In February, his brother Sterling Sharp was also named as a new member of Hall of Fame. Shannon Sharp retired as NFL all-time leader among tight ends in receptions, 115 yards receiving, 10,060 and touchdowns 62. The records have since been broken. Sharp has been a staple on TV and social media since retiring. He left FS1's sports debate show Undisputed in 2023 and joined ESPN soon afterwards. And now he have the Shay Shay Show. I don't know how long he's been podcasting, but I mean, it's doing pretty good and he's making good money. So I guess I don't know. I'm not even going to touch on that because people get real sensitive about stuff like that. And so you should if you were really raped. But my thing is, if you was raped, why don't you want them in prison? Why don't you want them locked up or anything like that? Why are you trying to get all this money instead of just trying to get them locked up? I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, to each his own. If you're just tuning in, you're tuned in to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and you're vibing with 105.9 FM, Dothan, Alabama, the vibe. We're talking about mental illness today, people. And a lot of people has mental illness and don't recognize it. So if you're a friend, if you're a true friend to someone and you know they have, problems with mental illness, talk to them, let them know. All right, guys, in other news, student loan collections set to resume. Here's how it may affect 5 million Americans. They did that student loan forgiveness thing. I don't know who got forgiven or whatever, who they forgave, because they didn't forgive me. I still have student loans. On Monday, April the 21st, the U.S. Department of Education announced that it would restart student loan collections on May 5th. Here's how it would affect 5 million Americans. Federal student aid will restart the Treasury Offset Program, administered by the U.S. Department of Treasury. On Monday, May the 5th, 2025, all borrowers in default will receive an email communication from FSA over the next 2 weeks, making them aware of these developments and urging them to contact the default resolution group to make a monthly payment, enroll an income-driven repayment plan, or sign up for loan rehabilitation. Later this summer, FSA will send the required notices to begin administrative wage garnishment. Y'all, when they garnish your check, I'm telling you, you're going to feel it. They take a lot. I feel like they should take, if they're going to garnish, they should take at least 10%. These people take probably over 50%. And I mean, inflation and all this kind of stuff, I don't know what y'all going to do. So you better get on there and try to find some loopholes, because usually they will let you pay $5. The least amount, I think, is $5. But just get on a plan that you can pay, because when you don't pay, I think it start all over again. I'm not for sure. Don't get me in the line. But I think that allegedly, I think if you could pay back, you can pay at least the least amount you can pay is $5 a month. But I mean, go just check into it if you owe, because if you don't, they will garnish your check and they will take your income tax. And that's a horrible feeling. But anyways, yeah, they can garnish your check, and that's horrible. The Department I can't even talk now. The Department of Education will also authorize grantee agencies they may begin involuntary collection activities on loans under the Federal Family Education Loan Program. They noted that all FSA collection activities are required under the Higher Education Act and conducted only after student and parent borrowers have been provided significant notice and opportunity to repay their loans under the law. The Department of Education noted that they have not collected on defaulted loans since March of 2020. Resuming collections protects taxpayers from shouldering the cost of federal student loans that borrowers willingly undertake to finance their post-secondary education. So according to the Department of Education, more than 5 million borrowers have not made a monthly payment in over 360 days and sat in default, many for more than 7 years. And 4 million borrowers are in late stage delinquency, 91 to 180 days. Over the next months, FSA will conduct a robust communication campaign to engage in all borrowers on the importance of repayment. FSA will conduct outreach to borrowers through the email and social media, reminding them of their obligations and providing resources and support to assist them in selecting the best repayment plan, like the Law Loan Stimulator, AI Assistant, and Extended Servicers Call Time. FSA will also launch an enhanced income-driven repayment process, simplifying the time that it will take for borrowers to enroll in the IDR plan and eliminating the needs for borrowers to recertify their income every year. They note that more information will be posted on the studentaid.gov next week. So you better go on there and make sure you're good, because if not, when I tell you they will garnish your check, these people will garnish your check, and that's not good for anybody unless you just got money. Okay. It's a pastor in Atlanta. He's over a mega church, and these are his words. I recognize I caused harm. Atlanta mega church pastor apologizes for telling Black folks to stop blaming white cops for killing Black kids after facing backlash. Now, he got up there and told his congregation in the mega church in Atlanta to stop blaming white cops for killing Black kids. Really? Philip Mitchell, pastor of Atlanta's rapidly growing 2819 Church, took to Instagram to walk back controversial comments he made in April the 13th sermon about Black people submitting to governmental authority. Mitchell created a furor when he implored parents to stop blaming white cops for killing Black kids. Instead, teach your Black children to be obedient to authorities. He said, I don't care if most of you are Black. We need to teach children not to fight against authority, not to fight against cops. The comments grew a sharp rebuke from many on social media, including from some of his own congregants. One Instagram follower compared Mitchell to President Donald Trump, writing, no question who he is. He's a mega cult member. So people are asking, what did he do wrong? Referring to Black Georgian man shot and killed in February 2020 by vigilantes as he jogged through a mostly white neighborhood. In a lengthy statement based on social media reaction, he has been largely well received. It has been largely received. Mitchell acknowledged that while he didn't intend to do so, I recognize I caused harm, and for what I sincerely apologize. So he's apologizing for saying that, but this is what he's saying. I believe that the passage I preached on presents us with an opportunity to examine our relationship with governments and authorities who we may personally oppose, yet have to comply with. Without a doubt, I understand the framing I used about Black children in their relationship with the police was and is harmful, he continued. I know that Black people have been killed by the police when being both compliant and non-compliant. I sought to illustrate this tension from my own live experience as a personal testimony. I acknowledge that my framing of the encounter was not helpful and should have been done differently with more grace. But I just feel like, yes, children should be taught how to interact with the police because they have the gun. And you might have one too, but they have a gun and they have the authority to do whatever they want to do to you. Basically, that's what they are giving them. They're giving them the right to do whatever they want to do to you. So I just say, even if you got video of what they do, it's still a question. Oh, well, what did you do to them? And in some cases, that cop might just be having a bad day and just want to take it out on somebody. So why not take it out on him? I'm not going to get nothing for it. I'm going to get a slap on the hand and I'm back at work. So, I mean, in some cases, it's different. It could be the person that's getting arrested. That's the aggressor, or it could be the police officer that's the aggressor. Police officers are there to protect and serve, and in a lot of cases, they're not doing that. They are killing these people just because. So this preacher, he felt like he had a right to get up there and tell them, teach your kids how to act, teach them how to stay in their lane, basically. But sometimes, I mean, even if you know your rights be violated. So it's a win-lose situation, you know. All right, guys. Russellville Police Department lieutenant placed on administrative leave after felony domestic violence arrest. Have y'all not noticed that a lot of these domestic violence, most of these police be, arrested for domestic violence? And I think back in the day, they used to get away with it because they protect their own. And I watch a lot of Law and Order. And that's what be happening on Law and Order. They protect their own. And I think it really happened in real life. They take real cases and they might twist it up a little bit, but those be real cases. A Russellville Police Department lieutenant has been placed on administrative leave with pay. You get that with pay. So he's on leave. He's still going to get paid. After being arrested on felony charges of domestic violence by strangulation or suffocation and a misdemeanor charge of harassment in Lawrence County. Dustin Lovelady, 46, was indicted on March 25th term of Lawrence County grand jury on the two charges. According to the indictment, Lovelady did assault with intent to cause physical harm by strangulation and or attempted strangulation against a victim who was related by marriage. The harassment charge allegedly Lovelady repeatedly shoved the victim who was and related to him by marriage. Both alleged offense took place on October the 14th, 2023. But the indictment didn't come through until 17 months later, according to the court record. So was he on administrative leave for that long, getting paid and not doing nothing? Lawrence County District Attorney Eric Jett's office is prosecuting the case. Lovelady is out on a $15,000 bond and has retained Huntsville attorney John R. Campbell to represent him on April the 9th, 2025. Campbell filed a notice of appearance waiver or arraignment and plea of not guilty on Lovelady's behalf. So, like I said, these people are just doing things and feeling like they can get away with it. That's a sign of what, y'all? Yes, mental illness. In sports, they talking about LeBron James. LeBron James fiercely defends his wife Savannah after rapper Kevin Gates' harsh words. So a lot of people saying don't come after LeBron James' family. Stephen A. Smith learned that the hard way. I don't think that was people take things. They just take things out of control, because I think LeBron just told him, lay off my son, whatever. But I think it wasn't a violent conversation. It wasn't an aggressive conversation from what I seen. It wasn't, but people just make things like LeBron is just so whatever. Coming off the heels of Los Angeles Lakers surprising game loss 1 to Anthony Edwards and Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round Western Conference NBA playoff series, LeBron and his wife Savannah, who are high school sweethearts from growing up in Akron, Ohio together, had to randomly deal with inappropriate comments from rapper Kevin Gates. Too inappropriate to include in the article, the Southern rapper from Baton Rouge came after Miss James yesterday unsolicited. Today, while not directly naming Gates, the NBA greatest scorer of all times, made it clear that his wife was a goddess. Kings don't concern themselves with opinions of peasants, James 40 wrote in an Instagram post where he was next to his queen. Let's get it. So basically, I don't know what Kevin Gates said. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna have to listen to Kevin Gates' song. Kevin Gates kind of nasty, but ain't no telling what he said about LeBron's wife. So I'm gonna let you guys know tomorrow what was said. I'm gonna go listen to what he said about about LeBron James' wife. But LeBron James said, Kings, they got his head so big. Kings don't deal with peasants. So he calling somebody a peasant. I wonder, is there going to be some beef there? All right, guys, you've been to... It's been a good show. I feel good today. I had two people on, Joe Duster and Billy Ray Simpson, and they were talking about the members that's being inducted into the Burroughs Slater Athletic Hall of Fame. So you guys check that out. Get in contact with Dave Smith or Billy Ray Simpson or Joe Duster and get your tickets to this event. It sounds like it's going to be an amazing event. You're going to be able to mingle and talk to the people. They're going to recognize the cheerleaders from 65 to 66. And it's going to be fun. Y'all go out and enjoy. They also going to have food. You know, we like to eat. So anyway, keep it tuned in to the baddest radio station on this side of the equator. You're tuned in to 105.1 FM, the music muscle of the shows, and you're vibing with 105.9 FM, Dothan, Alabama, the vibe. You're tuned in to the lunchtime hour, y'all, with the old school preacher, the church secretary, and the choir president. You only had the choir president today, but that's okay. All right, guys, love God, love yourself, and love each other. I'll see you later. Bye.
Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelight. For tonight is gonna celebrate all through the night. Pour the wine, light the fire. Girl, your wish is my command. I submit to your demands. I will